This video I'm going to share with you what you can expect if you work as a florist. Yes, Uncle Jim used to be a florist 18 years ago in Ritz-Carlton, Kuala Lumpur. I have checked with my ex-boss and they allowed me to come back to vlog and share with everyone what you can expect to be a florist. Very excited. So after 18 years later, I'm coming back to the place I used to be a florist in this very small flower shop called Spring Cottage. And two of my ex-colleagues is still working with the same company. Let me see whether they are already here. Okay, I'll wait for her. I just say hello to my ex-colleague. So let me show you around. That's the place that I used to work. Used to be have a lot of vases. It's still here. And Monday usually is a very busy day for a florist, which is that we don't work on the weekend. And then the very first thing we need to do is we have to change the water of the flowers. And if you love flower, it's gonna be the very first nightmare because when you change the water for the flower, it smells like baby poo-poo, very, very smelly. And if you're okay with that, and it should not be a problem for you to be as a florist. And this is where the place that I do the flower arrangement. It's a busy morning, and then we will be receiving the fresh flower from the supplier. And then we will touch up a little bit of the flower. And let me show you that where's the place that is very important for us, which is here. The very first thing that we know that we have flower arrangement order, we have to soak all this sponge in very morning before you get all the flower order start. First thing from over here, inside a messy storeroom that we skip all the ingredients for the very beautiful window display. And then there's Elaine, my very ex-colleague, and she'll be telling me what to do for today. It's only half day, so I can be a little bit lazy. My very fun mission every week or every month will be doing this display. We have to try to change the display weekly or monthly as we can if we are not very busy. And it's Chinese New Year soon, so we have a lot of the Chinese New Year related flower. Is it real? Okay, it's plastic. I'm happy that I have got lots of the plastic flower now, so I don't have to change the smelly water. Okay, so my very first mission for today is I have to make this posy. We call this posy. So we have elongated, we have posy, we have triangle, we have big flower arrangement. So Elaine just gave me this. I just have to follow this. So usually when we have the order from the hotel or from the customer, maybe we need about hundreds of the posy, maybe we need about 50 of the posy, then Elaine or any other senior florist, they will create a design, or sometimes the customer will just let them know what kinds of flower they want, their budget, and then we will create something like this. Customer is happy, and then we have to follow to make all this. So let me show you a close-up look of this posy. In this posy, there's orchid, there's rose, chrysanthemum, eucalyptus. We call this paku leaf, and then what else? Okay, and forget me not. I mean the name of this flower. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. I think this one's supposed to go slightly deeper, then it looks nicer. It will not be pop-up. So I love about this Spring Cottage, which is that their flower arrangement usually is a lot of greenery and then a lot of flower. So it looks quite real because some of the flower arrangement, they only use pure flower. They don't really have something to make the flower looks more greenery. So this is my favorite part, and I'm going to work on this now. Finally, I got everything done, arranged nicely, pick up the right amount. Unfortunately, there's no red roses for me, and what I'm going to do is I will replace it with the pink roses, and then I'm going to start now. Oh, okay. 我要4片就好了，如果你不够的话无所谓。Thank you. Okay, so usually we'll give you an apron, but I'm a part-timer, so I got no apron. But never mind. And you also have to remember all the name of the flower, the leaf. I cannot remember much now. Okay, first thing, I have soaked up the sponge for the flower. And you have to know that whether you want to put like this, or like this. You have to make sure that to save as much as you can. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure it a little bit, and I'm going to cut it. Okay. So, ta-da! Oh my god, my measurement is still okay. Okay, it's a little bit on top right over here. Sometimes we will leave it, sometimes we will cut it off. But I have to try to make sure that it looks exactly the similar. Okay, I'm going to chop it off a little bit. The top. Very simple. Just chop like you slice a cake. Ta-da! Looks nice enough. Okay, the next thing is, this is called Snow White SW. Cut it off, and we don't want the sponge to see through like this. We will use the Snow White, wrap up the sponge, and then it looks much more beautiful and more natural. And you have to chop a sharp point to go through the leaf, and then you can wrap up the leaf like this. Then this one, open again. They are very busy now. I'll try not to disturb them as I can. So you cut it, and it will wrap up nicely like this. If there's on top a little bit, if you want to cover, it's fine to cover. If you want to leave it, sometimes I'm being a little bit lazy. Sometimes I will not cover up. But okay, today I'm going to be nicely make a good flower arrangement. Okay, then you wrap nicely. You put it inside the vase, so the vase will not look like a ugly sponge. Just a little bit is fine. And then, if you want to touch up a little bit here, go ahead. It's up to you. Usually, when we were doing a flower arrangement, we have to make up like 100. 50, 20, we might not have time to make it nicely, but we will try our best as we can.
下面你过来个黑色 container 给我，黑色大大个的。
Okay. So yeah, you can see that you're just very busy. Hey, it's been 18 years I have not tried to make flower arrangement. If I do anything wrong, pardon me. So always keep your workplace clean and tidy as you can. Okay, let me see. I'm going to touch up the eucalyptus first. When I learned something that are very important, that when you make a flower arrangement, don't cut too short. Always leave some space, so you might not know that you will end up cut it too short, and then all the flower like squeeze together, too crowded. It's no good. They need social distance. Okay. Try to make it more natural. Boop, 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 boop. I remember when last time I worked here, we play radio and then we received a lot of complaints say that we were playing the radio too loud. Hey, so I'm trying to make sure everything looks the same. Then I'll let Elaine judge, see whether I'm still able to come back if I lost my job in Singapore. The base has done with the eucalyptus. How I work as a florist, I have never go to any classes or any florist school. I just come over here and I tell them I need a job. And then the boss will say, okay, you can come to start today. So I remember it was on 1st of April. I thought that, oh, April Fool, is that sure? And I thought, yes, we can start today now. Then the lady boss assigned me to Elaine in the main office. Then they just say that, okay, watch and copy. And that's how they teach me to be a florist. So if you're interested to be a florist, yeah, you can always go to the flower shop and tell them I need a job. Then you might not know you really became a florist like what I did. Okay. Usually we count the budget very tight. We have to make sure that when the senior give you 3 roses, follow 3 roses. don't say give extra, because it's budget. Okay, so you can take a look at how I do it. The eucalyptus and the roses are almost the same angle, same directions, and I am going to add the chrysanthemum now. So I got no enough red color chrysanthemum. I'm going to use yellow. So you have to be very sensitive with color, because at sometimes some flower, the shape and the color might not match. So I hope like it's not looks too colorful, too bright. Oh, let me see whether I have any other colors of chrysanthemum. Should not have, right? I'm trying to be daring enough to use yellow chrysanthemum. Okay, so what I always do is that I make sure all the direction is the same. I put the flower in, and you have to be careful that when some of the flowers, they all are natural, they have different directions, they are different shape. So when some of the flowers don't look similar, doesn't matter. You try your best. Yeah, no one is perfect. Not all the flowers are beautiful. Some flower can be ugly, like some people can be ugly too. After you put on the base, there are main flower, there are like main character, there are like calefare, there are like some extra. So most of the extra flower is just like to cover up the space. So when you got enough of the main flower, you just need some extra to fill up the gap, so it will not look too empty. Fill up almost everything, and then I have a lot of gap over here yet. I'm going to add more eucalyptus, because there's supposed to be one long eucalyptus. Let me chop a long one. It looks like an antenna. Okay. Oh, there's one more thing is very important, that when you plug in, stick in the flower, you have to make sure that it's deep enough, and then the flower can absorb the water, so it will not die too soon, or dry too soon, or like soggy too soon. Okay, because that we don't have the orchid, I'm going to use this something like that to make it like a longer antenna. It's a busy Sunday or Monday for them. And the most stressful thing to make a flower arrangement is like when you have many stalks go into the sponge, you might not know how many sponge space for you to poke in the flower. Too sharp. My hands shake a little bit actually. It's been too long I have not made flower arrangement. But I'm happy to come back. I'm happy that my ex-boss is very supportive, very happy to let me come back again. I have a very beautiful philolosis. Can put in my hair, so it can be a bride for beautiful. So, usually bride will love to have this philolosis on their head accessory. Okay, now I'm going to touch up the paku leaf to make it more natural. So sometimes, and when a lot of people, when they put the flower arrangement with the leaf, they will put the leaf like this. There's no way it's supposed to be like this. So you have to find a way to plug in the sponge and make it look like this, not go up, go down. Okay, let me put back the philolosis first. When I was a florist, I hate the paku leaf the most. I think it's not pretty enough. They are not elegant, they are not beautiful, but they are very affordable for the cost. Ta-da! I made something like this. I'm going to show Elaine, see whether anything I need to touch up by her. So usually we will like in a very rush, so we have to make it as soon as possible. Like last time, maybe 5 minutes, one posy. So it will be always for me that I have to have one masterpiece here, and then I have to chop off everything. Oh, one more flower forgot to add in. No wonder it looks like something missing. It's a forget-me-not. Why is the forget-me-not? Going to add in the final piece of the flower over here. Lucky, or else like Elaine might scold me. Yeah, something missing. You blind. Okay. Done. Let me ask her now. Okay, Elaine, I'm going to disturb you now.
Okay, okay 啊。
Something missing, right? So the
因为你这边扁了啊，你这边要高一点点就好看了哦，扁了哦。
So like what she's saying that my flower will cut too short, it like go down.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like raised up a little bit. So like she's helping me to raise up a little bit. So broke the flower.
可以啊。
Still okay, right? 18年没有做。So after we make the posy, then we will go touch up in the hotel flower arrangement. I will show you in a short while. This is my flower arrangement. I hope the color is okay for you compared to this one. This one is very colorful thing, and then this is a very classic color. Like after Elaine helped me to adjust a little bit, it looks more lively. It's not all dimmed down. And too bad I broke the flower stalk accidentally. So, after 18 years, I still managed to make a okay flower arrangement. This is a touch-up basket where what you need to do is like you have to bring this place and go check out whether the flower is fresh, and then you have to change the new flower or add some water for the flower. There are two flower arrangements. One is just right in front of the mirror, and one is right over there and behind the pillar. So far so good. And then yeah, sometimes let's say you have some of the flower over here, it's not fresh, you just have to remove it. Okay, and then you also can add some water, but everything seems fine. So let's check out another flower arrangement right over here. Okay, so if you happen to see this flower, you can take the leaf and then you rub it and you smell it. It smells really good. Okay, so now you see that these orchids are dead. So what I need to do is I need to take out the dead flower to make it looks more fresh. So if I can get a new orchid, then I will get a new orchid to replace it. So the hotel lobby flower will not look like has some dead flower over here. Done the touch up for the hotel. I remember 18 years ago, we have flower arrangement around the Star Hill, and then we have to go to touch up the flower at Star Hill as well. This is another site for the flower storage, and then Elaine is rushing for some flower arrangement. That's Sean's favorite, which is a hydrangea, and then a lot of roses, eustonia. It's very difficult for me to try to recall the name of the flower, but I'm trying my best. And then this is for Chinese New Year goodie, right? No, for some Valentine special.
Thank you. For thank you.
For banquet?
Thank you.
Oh, for thank you. So let me show you how a thank you flower looks like. Beautiful hydrangea, roses, and it's gonna be smell good because at the this is what? Eucalyptus. We just got the new flower new flower stock come over here. The very first thing that when the supplier give the flower, there's no water supply for the flower. So I have to make sure all the flowers stay fresh. I have to sort them out into the basket with the water. So the flower will stay fresh, and then for us to make more flower arrangements. So you have to be very careful because most of the flowers are very fragile. As long as you put nicely, they got enough water, then can last longer. When you got not enough pail, get a new one. Tips, very important tips for you is make sure the water is have a lot, because you have to make sure it's heavy enough, otherwise it collapse. You have to clean up the flower shop again. It's gonna be a mess. So make sure all the flower in the same type, so it'll be easier for you to get the flower to make arrangement later. So we have the carnation, we have the roses here, and everything smells very good. The very first thing that I want to be a florist, which is that I want to go into the work. When I go to the shop, I open the gate, I can smell the flower, it makes my day very good. For a florist, other than you make flower arrangement, you also have to clear the flower arrangement. So these are the arrangements sent back from other outlets, and we have to clear it away. So it can be fun, but sometimes it can be quite troublesome, because some of the flower might be rot, and like something like this, it has some slimy thing. Some of them, if you got allergic to some pollen, it might bring you some rashes, some itchiness. But I'm fine with it at all. But sometimes it's just like the bad smell will be a little bit annoying. So what you need to do is that you have to pluck out everything and chop it to a smaller pieces, so it'll be easier for you to throw away the return flower arrangement. Sometimes you see surprises like a lizard or some bug inside the flower. So don't be panic, yeah. And I remember long times ago, we received a big bunch of the flower. There's a dead bird inside the flower. So you have to be well prepared, not to be afraid of the insect. The reptile, hello. Sometimes it's very funny that I always want to keep the still beautiful flower, and my colleague will just nag on me that don't keep it, don't waste the space, don't keep the unnecessary flower around. But I feel like very hard pain to like just throw the beautiful flower away, right? Yep. So when be as a florist, you have to learn how to let go sometimes. Yeah. Not everything you have to keep. So that's I learned a lot when I was a florist. And eucalyptus, usually you can keep it dry. And yeah, you see, now I have a very beautiful small flower bouquet. I can reuse it, very nice for myself. I have destroyed all the return flower, and I'm going to do another thing will be the florist nightmare, which is to change the flower of the peel. So some of the peel has been like stored for 3 days, and it's time to change. Usually we're supposed to change every 3 to 4 days. But when we were busy, we might forgot, and then we'll left the water for over a week, and it smells like hell. So I'm going to change. Hopefully I don't get any bad smell water. Yeah, let me go change now. So first thing, but usually we will know that which are the peel need to be changed. But for today, I'm going to change all the peel in the fridge first, and also resort the flower in the types. And then you have to wipe, you have to clean everything. Let's clean up the fridge. Make sure everything is clean. Okay, throw away all the leaves, the petals. And I got a pail of fresh water. Now I have to check the bottom. So yeah, it's not that fresh, so I'll cut it a little bit. Then the flower will be able to absorb fresh water. Yeah, cut it shorter, just a little bit, 1 inch. Don't overcut it. Always remember, we always need a longer stalk as we can. Then we can, sometimes we can make a big flower arrangement with that. Okay, chrysanthemum, right? Oh yeah, this is a chrysanthemum. Usually we will use chrysanthemum for Chinese New Year and funeral. And when you are a florist, you have your own scissors that you will not let anyone to use it, because that you might not know that which colleague to use to cut something that make the scissor not sharp in future, you're gonna spend more time to chop away to cut the stalk. And yeah, there's a lot of florists have their own favorite flower, their preferred flower. For me, I prefer orchid. The reason why I love orchid is they last very long and then they are easy to take care. It's not sometimes when we make a big flower arrangement, every 3 days we have to touch up, change a new flower on the flower arrangement. If you are using orchid, it can last up to 5 days, maybe longer. And wow, this is a very beautiful flower. It is called yellow many-head little phoenix, if I translate it direct from Chinese. Yeah. Okay, one tail is done. Put it back into the fridge so the flower will stay happy and fresh. And then throw away the stinky water. Check out this beautiful plate of roses. So this always made me happy when I was a florist, because not everyone can hold so many beautiful flowers every day. I hope this video is helpful to you if you want to work as a florist. It is a very fun and interesting job, because you really learn a lot. You see a lot of things, and then you see a lot of fun customer. And then for me, I work in a hotel in Ritz-Carlton, Kuala Lumpur, and Rasa Sayang, Penang, with 2 different florist company. But Spring Cottage is a very fun and most memorable types of the company that I used to work with. And then some of the hotel, they do sell bouquet, like Ritz-Carlton in KL, we did flower bouquet. I don't enjoy do flower bouquets. I think it's a little bit boring, and I enjoy big, huge flower arrangement in the hotel lobby and the shopping mall. So it depends on you, that maybe if you want to be like romantic types of the florist, you can go to a small little flower shop and you can do small bouquet and then look at the handsome gentleman come and buy flower for their loved one. For those that work in a hotel, it's very challenging, it's very fun. One time you have to do like 10 posy, all these things, a lot of flower arrangement for the in-room guests every day. And then at the evening, you have to go to prepare for flower arrangement like a banquet, dinner, buffet, all these things. So sometimes we do flower arrangement for those princess, prince, and sultan from around the world. And then the tips for you, that if you want to work as a florist, you have to be brave enough, because sometimes there's worms inside the flower, and then the smell, and you have to learn. So for me, I got no flower arrangement knowledge at all, so I'm very thankful that the flower company, Spring Cottage, if you're interested, you can email to them, contact them, WhatsApp them. I think there's some contact I can leave below, then you can check with them, you can work with them. They are very nice, which is that you got no experience. They will ask you to just watch and learn. I think that's the very best way for me to learn, even though I don't really have good talent with the flower arrangement, but I really learn a lot. For those that you really have passion with this, I think you should join, because I do have 2 ex-colleagues. They really have no flower arrangement background like I do. They have big passion. They love to work with them. So until now, almost 20 years, they are still working with the company. So with that, I hope you like this video. I hope you can try to be a florist one day and maybe go part-time at a flower shop. You will learn a lot. Okay, bye-bye.